Okay, so for this next video, we're gonna learn how to work with trigger volumes. So what is, first of all, a trigger volume? Basically, it's gonna be a 3D space in the program where if we interact with that 3D space, something will happen. So that's what we wanna set up here. So let's actually go back to our level area. And you're gonna go here on the create object portion, create actor. And now you're gonna go here to volumes. And now there's like many different options. Let's go to the one that's called trigger volume, okay? So trigger volume basically is gonna be kind of like in the shape of a cube, but it is kind of like in bits. We cannot really see it. It's a 3D space in your program, but as I was saying, not really visible. But what we want to do is that when the character interacts, basically goes inside this 3D space area, we can make it so that something occurs in the game. Okay, so because it is invisible, let's go ahead and add a couple of regular cubes just to have a reference of where this exactly is. So let's put one here on the entry. I'm just gonna like make it a little bit smaller because we just want it as like a little reference there. So this one right here, it's my basically my cube that it's like at the very beginning of our volume, right? And then I'm gonna create another one. You can do Control D to duplicate it. And then let's put another one more like in the end of the volume. Okay, so we have here one at the beginning, one at the end, right? That way, when we run our program, you see we can, okay, see the beginning part of the trigger volume and the end part of it. Right now, nothing's gonna happen if we interact with the trigger volume because we haven't set it up. But now, at least in the map, we have this ready. Okay, so remember with trigger volume, you can also change its shape. It's kind of like similar to a cube, but not visible, okay? So now, with this trigger volume selected, make sure it is selected and then go back to our blueprint. Here, we're gonna right click and then as you can see, first of all, make sure you have this context sensitive checked. And after that, you're gonna get these options to create a reference of the trigger volume. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna go to this add event and we can go on collision. So what does this do? Here we're making it so that when we collide with the trigger volume, something will happen. So here let's choose the add on actor begin overlap. That means when we begin the overlap with the trigger volume, we're gonna do something. Okay, so let's connect this with a print string. And then let's say something like uh, you entered the volume area. Just kind of like to test if it's working, right? So let's do one like that. When we enter, we show this message when it begins the overlap. Now let's do another one, but when we exit the overlap, basically this one, add on actor and overlap. So when that happens, we're gonna say print string. And now let's just change the message. We're gonna say you exit the, let me see, you exit the volume area. So when we enter, we get one message. When we exit, we get another uh, message, right? Let's put all this in a comment. That's gonna say something like trigger volume testing. Okay. And now let's see if all of this that we did actually is working. So compile, save, then come back. When we enter the area, we should get, okay, you enter, and then when we exit, you exit the area. You see? Just try to test it quickly because we do have the 10-second quit. So you enter and then you exit. Okay? Make sure that is working for you, and that should be our practice for trigger volumes.